The traditional educational system was designed for a different time than today. The modern world requires students to develop new skills and abilities and demand a change in educational systems. They must be designed and structured to develop creativity in students. The contemporary educational model is centered on the student and takes into account that learning can occur at any time and place, for which technology is used as a means to facilitate access to information and knowledge construction. Although there is currently a tendency to reduce the use of computer laboratories, these are required among other reasons. It is in these places where students have access to specialized software and which generally have an acquisition cost that is very high. These informatic tools require very large features in the configuration of the computer equipment, making them too hard to come by because of its high cost for the students. However, most of these laboratories are installed as traditional classrooms made up of rows and columns of small desks equipped with computers arranged in a rectangular format. This makes it very difficult to work in groups and collaboratively, as is required in the modern educational approach. That is why the University Mariano Galvez of Guatemala is implementing technological projects that develop in today's students the skills and abilities that are required in the new millennium, as well as transform the way they learn. One of these highlighted projects is to implement multimedia in classrooms and laboratories in collaborative format which can be used for different functions. For example, computer-aided drawing classrooms. These classrooms and laboratories use a framework that promotes and develops learning in pairs, which integrates the concepts of teamwork, communication, and co-creation, which revolve around collaboration supported by technology. It should be noted that these new environments foster the transition from a transmissive teaching model to a collaborative teaching model, which can be used for formal or informal learning spaces, as well as for individual work or for teamwork. Another very important aspect that needs to be observed is that today's students gather in groups to study, develop projects, and share information, for which they use various areas across campus, such as halls, libraries, gardens, cafes, and lounge areas. It is in these places where the informal learning is done. That is why it is necessary to provide in these areas spaces with technology and furnishings that enable them to develop their activities according to their requirements. For the design and implementation of these new spaces, UMG also used a model in which the concepts of collaboration, socialization, and flexibility supported by modern technological means helps with the informal learning. It is also important for the instructors to know and to use these new facilities to be in tune with the students. For this reason, the university has created the Center for Educational Innovation and Technology, which has modern environments where teachers are continuously trained not only in the proper use of these spaces, but also on issues of technology and modern pedagogy. In this center, more than 90 teachers can be trained simultaneously with the developed training programs, and so far, up to this day, more than 3,000 teachers have been trained in a place that also serves as an educational research center where studies are generated that support the best practices in this new model.